Howdy y'all, today's video is about a hungry lady who got sick and almost put on her deathbed after eating a box of black chicken nuggies from Chick-fil-A's. You know, I've been thinking about trying to raise chickens in the backyards, fresh eggs every morning, and the occasional chicken nugget. What do you think, Jimmy? Chickens, huh? That's not a bad idea. Though you'd have to deal with the clucking and the occasional mess. You know, feathers and duty all over the place. But fresh chicken sandwiches and eggs, that's a lure. You ever get a craving, Jimmy? You know, in the middle of the night for, say, chicken nuggets? Chicken nuggets? Of course I do. Doesn't everyone? I like dipping mine in mayonnaise or mustard. Why? Just got a hankering, I guess. I like simple things. And nothing is simpler than running to your nearest fast food joint after everything closes and ordering a gazillion chicken nuggies. I get that. There's a kind of simplicity to it. But let's be honest, not every nugget is a golden treasure. Some are just different. Different how, Jimmy? It's not like they're hiding some sort of fast food Illuminati code in the batter, are they? Well, you've got your run-of-the-mill nuggets, of course. But then, every so often, you encounter the oddballs. Like culinary UFOs. Unidentified frying objects. You know, the ones that make you wonder if there's a secret nugget society. And don't get me started on the sauce conspiracy theories. UFOs in our nugget universe? Even in our sauces? Is nothing sacred anymore? I mean, next thing you know, they'll tell us our dipping sauces are part of some grand culinary plot. Ha! Wouldn't that be something? Imagine a world where your sauce choice is like choosing a side in an epic battle of flavors. That's an interesting way to put it. So in this epic flavor battle, Jimmy, which side are you on? Are you a loyal soldier of the honey mustard brigade? Or is you in the smoky ranks of the barbecue battalion? For me, it's barbecue all the way. Can't resist that smoky charm. But you know, Purdy, getting back to our talk of nugget varieties, have you noticed how some places have unique twists on their nuggets? Like those spicy ones with a kick, or the ones with extra crispy breading. Oh, I've tried those spicy nuggets before. They's something else. And you're right, Jimmy, there's a whole world of nugget variations out there. It's like a nugget adventure waiting to happen. Which reminds me, I heard this interesting story about Chick-fil-A nuggets recently. What happened? Well, the store once had this promotion where if you dress up like a cow, you could get free nuggets. People went all out, putting on cow costumes and headed to the restaurant for their nugget fix. It became a bit of a phenomenon. And the pictures from those cow appreciation days are something else. That sounds hilarious, Jimmy. Dressing up as a cow for nuggets? I've got to see those photos. I've got to see those pictures. Did you participate in the promotion twos? I never did dress up as a cow for nuggets, but I've seen some pretty creative cow costumes online. People really go all out for those free nuggets. I know that's right. Have you ever tried to make your own homemade nuggets, Purdy? Homemade nuggets? Well, I've made chicken soup with burnt toast before, but I can't say I've ventured into the world of nugget making. How about you? What's your secret, Jimmy? It's not much of a secret, really. I like experimenting with different coatings and seasonings. Oh, I see. So you've probably burnt a few nuggets along the way, haven't you? Well, I can't deny there have been a couple mishaps in the kitchen. I can only imagine what it would be like to open up a box of burnt nuggets after paying for them. You know, that actually happened one time. There was this woman who got quite the surprise when she opened her nugget box. Oh, no kidding, Jimmy. What did she find? Oh, she found something that no one would expect. A black chicken nugget. Black, as in burnt or... Not burnt, mind you, but black in its entirety. Black? That's odd. That's what she thought too. But curiosity got the better of her, and she took a bite. That's when things took a strange turn. Strange? Like how? Well, she got incredibly sick at first. Then she was hit with cramps. Then vomiting. And then more. More? Poor thing. I hope they took her to a doctor. To the hospital in an ambulance, where she was diagnosed with some bloated gas something or other. That's rough. The toilet's worst dream. And from Chick-fil-A of all places. They've always had a sort of golden standard when it comes to fast food. Exactly, but it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Here we are, reminiscing about the joys of chicken nuggets, and for her, it turned into a nightmare. Reminds me of going camping and then having it turn into a Jason movie, doesn't it? Or dreaming on Elm Street. Lordy, a simple chicken nugget turning your day, or maybe your life, upside down. It's a stark reminder of life's unpredictability. One might think they're indulging in a fleeting craving, and the next facing a life-altering situation. And to think, We started this conversation thinking about raising chickens. All comes full circle. True, and it also raises the question of responsibility. She's now suing the joint, claiming negligence. She wants a sizable amount in damages. It's a tricky slope. On the one hand, places need to be accountable. On the other, where do we draw the line between genuine errors and seeking compensations? It's a conundrum, but at the end of the day, her health was compromised. It goes beyond just a faulty product. Life has a way of serving us unexpected nuggets. Some golden and crispy, others not so much. Well said, but it does dampen my mood slightly. From a lighthearted craving to deep reflections on life and accountability. That's just how our chats go, buddy. We start at one point and then end up miles away, lost in a tangent or footnote. But it's the adventure, the twists and turns that make it worthwhile. True, and speaking of adventures, how about we undertake one to satisfy your craving? Maybe we'll skip Chick-fil-A today. Sounds like a plan. As long as the nuggets we get are golden. You know, Jimmy, raising those chickens just might be a way for me to reconnect with natures. You feel disconnected? It's life, Jimmy. Everything's so fast-paced, so digital. Sometimes I just want to feel the earth beneath my feet, hear the clucking of chickens, see them roam freely. To go back to the basics, you mean? To feel grounded. Exactly. It's a yearning for something more authentic. You see that tree over there? When I was a kid, we used to climb it. Feel the rough bark in our hands, the wind in our hair, the wind in our hair. It was real. It was real. I had a similar tree. It was an old oak. It felt like an adventure every time I shimmied up its side. It's those moments, Purdy. Those moments of simple joys. That's what life's about. Maybe raising chickens is your way back to that. Maybe it is. I want to create those moments, not just for me, but for others too. Share the joy of fresh eggs, of seeing chickens clucking at me, and occasionally indulge in a chicken sandwich or nugget. Of course. I think it's a wonderful idea. And if you ever need help building that coop, you know where to find me. I'll hold you to that, Jimmy. Together, we'll build a haven away from the noise. To the nice quiet life, Purdy. To life. You know, Jimmy, I heard a rumor about that lady with the black nuggets. What's that? They says she might have been a witch. A witch? Come on, Purdy. This isn't the Middle Ages. Think about it. A black chicken nugget? That's not normal. Maybe she conjured it up to make a fuss and get a hefty paydays. A modern day witch scamming fast food joints? Now that's a story. Exactly. And maybe, just maybe, she's got a cauldron somewheres where she brews up these peculiar nuggies. And a spell book with recipes like Curse of the Crispy Nugget or Hex of the Hot Wing. That's the spirit. And every time she gets a hankering for some cash, she just whips up a little magic and voila, a scandalous nugget appears. Oh, Purdy, you and your wild theories. Next, you'll tell me she rides a broomstick through the drive-thru. Only on Tuesdays. Well, if she's a witch, she's certainly a clever one, turning a simple craving into a money-making scheme. Only in this day and age would a witch turn to fast food for her mischief. Times sure have changed. Indeed, they have. Who would have thought we'd be standing here talking about black chicken nuggets and a possible witch? Who would have thought we'd be standing here talking about black chicken nuggets and a possible witch? And raising chickens. Can't forget the raising chickens, especially if they're enchanted chickens. You know, getting back to Chick-fil-A and their unique situation, it makes me wonder what those commercial cows would say about this black nugget situation. Oh, those cows, always with their eat more chickens signs. I can just imagine them holding up new signs like, not our fault, or I told you so, or witches prefer chickens, or bewares of dark magic nuggets. Maybe even witchy nugget, not our doing. You know, those cows are pretty clever. They'd probably use this incident to their advantage. Choose cows, not curses. Oh, that's a good one. Magic-free chicken here. They'd have a field day with it. Literally and figuratively. Those cows always finding a way to promote their agenda, even in the face of witchcraft. And we're here, pondering over what fictional cows would say over a possibly magical nugget. Life sure is strange, but it's these quirky moments that make it worth living. You know, Jimmy, with all this talk about fast food, it makes me wonder. What if Ronald McDonald walked into a Chick-fil-A's? Ronald McDonald at Chick-fil-A? That'd be quite the scene. Imagine the look on the cows' faces. They'd probably hold up a sign saying, "Wrong pasture, clown." Or, "The only good Ronald was Reagan and he's dead, so..." Oh, that's cold, Jimmy. Oh, that's cold, Jimmy. Be funny, though, if all the fast food mascots actually battled each other in a Royal Rumble. A fast food mascot showdown? The Colonel from KFC with his secret recipe versus the Burger King with his flame-grilled tactics? And don't forget Wendy with her braids of doom. She'd be a fierce competitor, pretending to be daddy's girl, but actually a psychopath. Though I reckon the Taco Bell Chihuahua would be quick on his feet since he's small and have Napoleon syndrome. Absolutely! Darting around, confusing everyone with his Spanish woofs. And then there's the Subway guy with his foot-long sandwich? Who knows? I just remember his name was Jared. Or was it Jarhead? And with all this going on, Ronald would be pulling pranks, throwing pies, and creating balloon animals as distractions. Oh, and let's not forget the Pizza Hut mascot. Wait, do they even have one? A dancing pizza slice, maybe? Anyway, in the middle of all the chaos, I bet the Chick-fil-A cows would be the peacemakers, trying to get everyone to lay down their weapons and eat more chicken. True, always pushing their chicken agenda, but honestly, it'd be quite the spectacle. A battle for fast food supremacies. Winner takes all. The customers, that is. Who do you think would win? Tough call. But I'd put my money on the underdog. Or should I say, under cow. Classic cow move. Just when you think they're simple creatures lounging in a pasture, it turns out they're really the dark horses of this whole fast food saga. You're not wrong, Purdy. It's the underestimated cow strategy. While everyone's busy focusing on the fast food mascots, the cows seem to be playing the long game from behind the hay bales. You know, Jimmy, with all our joking about fast food mascots battling it out, there's a theory that I've heard is even wilder. Really? I'm all ears. What if, and hear me out, these mascots aren't just promoting their respective brands, but are undercover agents trying to push some world agenda? Undercover agents? Like spies? Exactly. Think about it. They're everywhere. In every country, in every city. Always watching. Always smiling. So you're suggesting Ronald McDonald might be a secret agent? Working for whom exactly? Who knows? Maybe a secret club. Like the Illuma Friday. Oh, come on, Purdy. Well, think about it. The king from Burger King? He's got that mysterious aura. Always silent. Maybe he's gathering intel. And the Colonel, with his secret recipe? What if it's not about chicken at all, but some coded message? Interesting. And Wendy, with her innocent pigtails? Maybe she's the masterminds, sending out covert messages through those freckles. And let's not even get started on the Taco Bell Chihuahua. Small, stealthy, always saying, "Yo quiero Taco Bell." Maybe it's a secret gang sign. This is getting better and better. And the Chick-fil-A cows? They're the whistleblowers, always trying to divert attention to chicken. Maybe they're on to the others and they's trying to warn us. It's also clear now, fast food isn't about food at all. It's a worldwide network of spies and secret agendas, all hidden in plain sight. And here we are thinking it's just about fries and shakes. It's genius, really. Who would suspect a clown or a king of international espionage? It's a mad world, Jimmy. But at least we're in on the secret nows. Just promise me one thing, Purdy. What's that? If you ever turn out to be an undercover agent, at least let me in on the fun. Deal, but only if you promise not to blow my cover with any cow-related puns. Moo's the word, my friend. Moo's the word. Speaking of undercover agents and secret societies, have you ever heard of the Reptilians? Oh, you mean those conspiracy theories about shape-shifting lizard people ruling the world? Exactly. Some say they're among us, disguised as humans, manipulating global events from the shadows. So, following our fast food mascot conspiracy, are you suggesting that Ronald McDonald might not just be an undercover agent, but a reptilian too? Think about it. The wide smile, the pale skin. And have you ever seen him blink? Perfect reptilian cover. But there's more. Maybe Ronald McDonald is actually Ronald Reagan. Or what if he's Carrot Top's twin brother Larry? Ronald Reagan? Come on, Purdy, that's pushing it too far. And Carrot Top's twin? Does he even have a brother named Larry? Where do you come up with these ideas? Or he could just be some random redhead with big shoes who really likes extra pickles. It's all about keeping us guessing, Jimmy. That's one wild imagination. But alright, what about the others? The king from Burger King? Always wearing that masked black face, never speaking. Perfect reptilian behavior. And the colonel? Maybe his secret recipe is just the ruse to distract us from his lizard-like tendencies. And Wendy? Don't tell me her pigtails are actually reptilian antennas. Exactly! Now you're getting the hang of it. And the Taco Bell Chihuahua? A reptilian in a dog's body. It's also clear now. The world is not run by fast food mascots, but by reptilian fast food mascots. It's a double conspiracy, Jimmy. They've been pulling the strings all along, right under our noses. And the Chick-fil-A cows? They's just innocent bystanders, caught up in this reptilian fast food war. Moot point, but I get it. It's all connected. Fast food, reptilians, secret world agendas. What a world we live in. It's a maze of mysteries, Jimmy. But at least we have each other to navigate through it. And chicken nuggets. Can't forget those. Reptilian or not, they're still delicious. You know, Jimmy, with all this talk of Chick-fil-A, reptilians, and secret world agendas, I've worked up quite an appetite. Same here. And honestly, with all the stories about theories, I'm kind of craving some Chick-fil-A right now. Even if there's a chance of getting a black nugget, especially if there's a chance. Adds a bit of mystery to the meal, don't you think? True, it's like a culinary game of Russian roulette. And besides, who knows? Maybe that black nugget will give us kryptonite powers to destroy them reptilians. Or maybe it'll just make us sick and go to the hospital. Either way, I'm willing to take the risk. Then it's settled. Let's head to Chick-fil-A. Nuggets, sandwiches, and maybe a milkshake or 3. And if we come across the black nugget, we'll consider it a bonus. A potentially magical bonus. Let's do it. After all, life's too short to pass up on good food, even if it comes with a side of conspiracy. Let's dig in. Chomp chomp.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow me and subscribe. I like it when people touch the like button. I'm Purdy Brock Jenkins. Who am I again? Purdy Brock Jenkins. And don't you ever forget it. Or I'll remind you.